decentering men is very important, and it's actually one of the keys to make them fall in love. And it's not that I want you guys to be a bunch of terminators. When I mean decentering, I mean giving them space to work for you to make them your center of your life. They have to work for you to prioritize them. That's the whole point of all of this, is that you're creating competition for a guy. And so by you creating the competition, you're telling him, I like you, but you're not my center yet. So let's see what they have to say about this. And I'll stop it from every now and then to give my take.
Avoiding men completely, but not prioritizing men and instead having an identity outside of being in a romantic relationship. So the question is not how to stop actively caring about men, but how to start actively caring about yourself more. So of course we are all different human beings, but these are 4 tips that have helped me decenter men, and I'm going to list them here for you guys. So tip 1 is to keep promises to yourself, big and small, because the foundation of decentering men is self-love. And the way that you build self-love is by continuously showing up for yourself. So I would start small. If you say that you are going to go work out 3 times a week next week, then do just that, because the more that you are able to build that trust in yourself and show yourself that you have your own back, the easier it is going to be for you to follow through on bigger promises. But
also, it's the fact that whenever you find a man that you like a lot, you get so caught up with emotions. You want to be with them so badly that you stop doing your normal routines. You stop keeping your promises. You stop working out. You stop doing this and doing that. Having a routine consistently and not letting a man readjust it because of his presence, because you want to be around him, creates a desire for the man to become your priority, if that makes any sense. And that is what that puts him in a competitive state. Maybe not sexually competitive, right? But it still makes him compete. So it'll be like them versus your life, right? Like them versus your hobbies. It becomes that battle, and that's the type of battle that you want.
If you tell yourself that you are no longer going to contact that person because they are disrespecting you. Tip 2 is to do all the things that you are excited to do in a relationship. So this could be going out to brunch, it could be doing a movie marathon, it could be taking that staycation, whatever it is, because most of those activities are not exclusive to people in a relationship, and you should not have to wait for a relationship to be able to experience those things that you want to do. And this also falls in line with the idea.
Let's see what the comment section has to say. Wow, this is articulate. So clearly working out towards it. Yeah, you're such a good explainer. I just have fear for avoiding attachment. No, man. See, yeah, you see that when you're doing this because you have an avoiding attachment, no man is going to come and save you. Letting the girlies know before learning the hard way. Period, mama. All good wrecks, and the ending is so true. No one is coming to save you. Yeah. Let's keep listening for the next one. Testing. All right, next one. What? Yo, people. What in the Africa's going on, man? This lady is badass fuck. Like, honestly, if I had a girlfriend, I wouldn't be on TikTok. Because, like, honestly, everything is just so sexualized. I'm not even gonna lie, man. It's like, okay, let's continue.
Decentering men does not mean that you don't want a relationship. Decentering men does not mean you should stop going on dates. Decentering men does not mean that the yearning for romantic love is automatically going to go away or that it should go away. Decentering men to me simply means that my desire for a man does not...
Y'all go fuck, man. This girl is bad as fuck. She's bad as fuck. Yeah, what the fuck? Hey, yo, man, what the hell, dude? Okay. I'll behave, people. I'll behave.
love and respect. It also means that you are looking for actual genuine love and not just validation, because those two are not the same thing. And looking for male validation, as most of us have for a lot of our lives, is not the way to find true love. And letting that desire
Oh no! Look for validation. No, you're getting my validation. Flex.
be your main driving focus in life is extremely dangerous. So yes, you can decenter men and still be very much my man, my man, my man. You can decenter men and still want to be in love and still want to get married and have kids with a man and everything. That's all fine and dandy.
Yeah, you're just not compulsively needing a man. You know what I mean? Like, in the Buddhism talks about this, how you gain back karma not because of what you do, but how you do it. Right? If you're watching TV and you're watching it because you're happy, you're in a happy state of mind, nothing wrong with that. But if you're watching it because you're deeply unhappy, you're going to start to create sanskaras, negative emotions that accumulate to create an overall sense of unhappiness. And so the sanskaras are created not because of what you're doing, but your mind's mental state of mind, why you're doing it, right? Are you smacking someone because you love them, or are you smacking them because you're angry, right? Both is the same movement, but one has a different mental reaction to it. So there's nothing wrong with needing a man, honestly. Like, you do need a man. It's just that you can't do it because you think it'll make you happy, or because you think it'll fill an emptiness inside. That's when it becomes toxic. That's when you start to project.
To me, it just means that it's not the most important thing in your life, that you still have your own life and your own sense of independence, and you still tend to your other relationships outside of that one, such as the relationship with your family and your friends. That's all it means. It doesn't mean...
You know what, people? I think she's spitting a lot of truth. So because of that, we have to look at her Instagram. I mean, at her... He's exposing himself! At her dating... What's going on? Wait, why is she looking like she's about to go to church? Oh, we got played. Oh, hey there. Yeah, hey ladies, okay. All right, people, that's enough. Alex. You being fucking sexist. You here. Take the fire. Look at your lip, you fucking perv. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough, people. That's enough. All right, let's go back to this.
I'm going to explain to you the magic that happens when you decenter men from your life. And this is in...
I don't know what it is about women that look like that, but every time I met one, they're toxic. Don't know why. The Kim Kardashian looking ass, something about them. They're baddies, yeah, but...
away any shade to men. I'm just going to explain how to live for ourselves more and what happens and what we attract when we do that. When you decenter men from your life, or basically stop making your goal to find a man, find a boyfriend, find a husband, you are forced to spend time with yourself and get to know yourself better. You start to realize that there's more to life than just getting a partner. You start to get really motivated to become the best version of yourself because you have time to focus on yourself. You literally level up in every area of your life because all you're worrying about is yourself. And when you level up in all these areas of your life, you become more healthy, you become more motivated. Maybe you start cooking for yourself more, maybe you start reading, maybe you start journaling. You start to fall in love with yourself. You stop looking for validation outside of yourself, from men, from social media, because you're giving it to yourself on a day-to-day basis. The peace that you now are allowing to give yourself is a feeling that is unexplainable, because you're not filling your mind with anxious thoughts all day, waiting for a text, trying to post something to get somebody's attention. You're truly living for yourself. The best part about this, because of course this doesn't mean that we never want to be with someone. Of course we all want a partner and we all want love. That's not what this is about. But when you truly find yourself and love yourself and become the best version of yourself You're vibrating on a whole other frequency, a higher frequency where better things exist, where unconditional love exists, where higher quality men exist. And that's who you're going to start attracting. So yes, in a sense, decentering your life from men is actually going to make you attract the higher quality men, because the dusties are vibing on a low frequency and we don't exist there anymore. Because the high quality men are impressed by women who are happy by themselves. They're not looking for a low self-esteem woman that they can control. They look at you and they say, wow, this girl is really okay with being by herself. She's at peace. She has her shit together. And there must be something really special about that girl if she loves herself that much. And they start to work overtime. They start to see that worth that you now found in yourself. This is also the law of detachment. When you stop caring about things, that's when they come into your life. Because there's no more resistance towards the things that you want.
All right, let me explain it in a not woo-woo type of way, because Jesus Christ, these TikTok is speaking the most woo-woo terms. Generally, it's just because you start acting more attractive, pretty much, right? Your creepy little habits that you do that you're not aware of when you like someone, the creepy psycho eyes you give them when you like someone, those are not there. And it's reflected in your energy. And that's why, no matter how much we try, when we like them, they don't like us back. And when we don't like them, they don't like us back. It's genuinely this thing. You're just acting more attractive. You just are.
Decentering men is not about not interacting with men. It's more about managing your expectations with men. It's about realizing that most of the men you interact with are not going to be that guy. And if he's giving unserious energy, just simply match the energy and get what you can get out of the situation and enjoy yourself. Separate yourself from the outcome of this man, because the outcome for you is irrelevant. The only way the outcome becomes relevant is if he makes it relevant.
Now, if you want to make sure that you make yourself relevant, is to make sure not to care about the outcome, so that then you become relevant.
I'm going to give you an example. You can have consensual, safe relations with men and take them unseriously because that's how he's acting.
You see, that's the problem, right? You see how this turns into a very vicious cycle for everyone? Like, people are so cold with each other. That's my thing. They're so cold with each other that they have to resolve to doing things that are naturally outside of their character, and that's be cold. Like distancing yourself from people so that you don't get hurt genuinely creates a distance between you and your own self, and it creates distance between everyone. Like, we're all fucked, honestly, because we're in a place where everyone gets hurt and nobody's trying to get hurt. And so people prematurely exit out of relationships because they don't want to be the one that gets dumped. I'm going to tell you something, all right? I'm going to tell you guys something right now. I don't care if I get hurt. I don't care if you play me. At least I tried. At least, at least you want to try. Some people are so miserable that they don't even want to try. I prefer to be the one that gets dumped than for me to dump sometimes. Man, fuck that shit.
But if this man behaves differently, then you can move him out of that unserious category and into a considerate category.
Ask and you shall receive. This is part 3 on how I
Oh boy, here we go. We got the soft white girl voice. Oh boy, here we go. She's about to be on some bullshit, people. I swear to you. Anytime. Let's. She even got the hand tats. Okay, all right.
Men for a happier life. If you saw part 2 on Instagram, you will have seen hundreds of comments from pissed off men who hate the idea that a woman would center herself in her own life and think that there's something wrong with me that I need to go fix so that I can come back and start centering men again. Decentering men is not about hating men. Decentering men is not about removing men from our lives. It's about going, I am my own fully formed, fully realized human being, and I need to be able to meet my own emotional needs outside of my relationships with men. I need to be able to show up for myself first so that I can show up for my partners and relationships second. And it made me think of the quote from that woman who said, men don't understand why women are single by choice because men aren't single by choice. Because when I became single by choice and started focusing on myself, I stopped settling for low quality relationships that focused on and centered men and men's needs and men's well-being. When I started focusing on myself and my dreams and my goals and my hobbies and my interests, I became a happier person and thus would make a better partner if I was to seek out a relationship with a man. But because men who get attacked and offended by the idea that a woman doesn't want to center a man in her life and live notification to notification, they want you to be unhappy and they want you to settle for their low quality relationships, because when you go, you know what? I don't want to put up with this. I don't want to settle for this. They end up single, not by choice, because you start going, I don't need to be in a relationship with a man who pisses me off because I make myself happy and I am enough because I'm able to meet my own emotional needs. Decentering men is not about hating men though. And if a man gets to this end of this video, he will maybe have learned a thing or two. But the men who get offended at the idea that women don't want to center their lives around men anymore are the men that women don't want to see.
Some bullshit. What the hell you talking about not centering us? What are you talking about? What kind of fuck Alex is toxic? Yeah. Hey, yeah, I mean, look, people, look. What do I say about this? Honestly, what do I have to say about this? These TikTokers really sometimes grind my gear. Sometimes.
Out of the human desire to be loved, and that's why I think this entire like decenter men, get hobbies instead of dating, it's all BS. And it's coming from people who are too embarrassed to admit how lonely they are out of some like shame they feel for perpetual loneliness. I will
Ask and you shall receive. This is
you cannot intellectualize yourself to be loved and like shame they feel for perpetual loneliness.
Speak, sister. She's making sense.
I will explain. All over my For You page and especially my Twitter over the past like 2 weeks, people have been discussing this topic, which granted is a reoccurring topic, that like you need to decenter men. That phrase should exclusively apply to not teaching girls that the best thing they can do in life is become a wife and mother, in terms of like, don't center your life around being an accessory to a man's dream, right? Like you should have your own personhood. What it does not refer to, and what I think it's very detrimental to tell single people that it refers to, is this idea that like you shouldn't prioritize like romantic love, right? Human civilizations across time, almost every civilization has prioritized familial love, platonic love, like the love between your friends, and romantic love. It's the stuff that makes up our fairy tales. It inspires our hopes and dreams. We are wired to want these things. Humans are social creatures. We're meant to live in community with one another. We're programmed to love and to be loved. And pretending like you can just watch these TikToks or like read a couple of books get out of this human desire is nuts. And it doesn't even apply when you look at the ways we treat the enduring grief that comes with not having the two other types of love besides romantic, right? Because if I say like, I don't have a family, my parents are dead, I don't have siblings, or I don't have a good family, I don't have contact with them, people recognize that that is enduring grief that I will experience for the rest of my life. We acknowledge it on Mother's Day, Father's Day, the holiday season. We hold space to listen to the stories of those who are hurting, even those who have found family. Just this idea that like there is something so painful about not having anyone who's related to you or the people who raised you. Similarly, we hold space for people who don't.
First of all, she's preaching right now. Second of all, there's an epidemic of people not talking to their parents. Like, unfortunately for me, I don't talk to my mom anymore. And for reasons that sometimes a fake apology is all you need. Hey, you don't have to say sorry and mean it. Sometimes people just want to hear, sometimes people just want to see if you have the ability to even verbally say that word, even if it's fake. Well, some parents don't even want to fake it, a fake apology. They don't, you ask it, look, mom, just look, at this point, I'm desperate for you to say even the word SORR. You don't even need to add the Y. Mm-mm. Not even a fake sorry, people. Like, I've said sorry my whole life, and she can't just do me the favor and just fake a sorry, bitch. Like, fake it, motherfucker. Like, you don't have to be Christian. Just fake the sorry. Nothing wrong with a fake sorry. Like sometimes a fake little sorry can go a long way. Even if you don't mean it, sometimes people just want to hear you say it, right? And so you do have an epidemic of parents right now who are not talking to their kids, and unfortunately, some parents might not believe me, but I blame the parents because if your kid don't like you, kids are meant to like their parents. Yeah, sometimes you have your little psychopathic kid for every now and then, but kids are born loving their parents. If they don't love their parents, most likely their parents did something that again, sometimes you have a psychopathic kid, and that's fine. But that's what I think. I think this lady is preaching truth to power at this moment. Sorry, people.